Hey Taurus, thank you for joining me for your reading over this new moon in your sign this week on the 11th. It's tomorrow here. So I'm doing all the astro signs. So we're going to do, if you've not checked in here before, a shortened Celtic cross for all you Taurians out there. And if you have a Taurus ascendant or your Venus in Taurus, Jupiter, moon, certainly watch, the other signs for whatever, your chart is looking like. So we'll do a shortened Celtic cross, as I said. We go back through and clarify as well. So let's get some cards. I do like them to jump for the central point for lovely Taurus, please, at this new moon. Got just one more card for the basis. Thank you kindly. So let's just have a quick check-in with these. First, well, we do have, we've got very Taurus card here. We've got the Prince of Discs at the central point. Of course, central point, then the basis, what's behind you, where you're at, and moving forward. So we have this lovely Prince. I love this card. Look, it's slow release. It's chipping away. And I do believe we have the Ace of Cups crossing this lovely Prince of Discs. So in some ways, one would look at this here and say, look, I think Taurus, and we have the Nine of Discs as the basis of this. What it appears to me to be is that lovely Taurus, that you've been very independent generally thus far. As we see with the Nine of Discs, this is a card of being self-made, traditionally the figure in the garden, surrounded by everything that you love, all those things, animals, fabrics, all those gorgeous things. Anyway, where were we? We have this great gift coming in. The fact that you have been not only independent in a material sense, but in an emotional sense as well. Very strong. And when I say slow release, it's because the globules on the chariot of this particular Prince of Discs in the Thoth deck are nitrogen. So, the soil needs that, and it is released slowly and produced in order to keep all the little microbes and get the little organisms growing and all of it. It's alive, Taurus. This is alive. This is very quickly going to be coming into form for you, this gift of love. It's love. It's love. It's love, It's an outpouring. It's an incoming. It's pretty gorgeous. So it's possibly been a wee while coming. So let's just see what's gone on before you. Of course, gone on before you. These readings are really general. We get 2 cards. Oh, we get 3 actually. What's just behind you, dear Taurus? Well, holy moly. Maybe there was a little bit of a period of time where you were struggling, is what I get. Struggling a bit with your own personal boundaries centered around relationships, centered around matters of the heart, your personal boundaries. I say this because we have the 5 of Wands is about understanding our boundaries and respecting others, and needing a little bit of whether it's conflict with others or within ourselves. I would always usually say, well, it's usually, because it usually starts within oneself anyway, doesn't it, before it's presented out there to the world. I think there has been a bit of conflict with what is an equal exchange, because we have the Two of Cups here, which is a choice. Maybe there has been some confusion leading up to where you're at right now in matters of the heart, in matters of choosing, of knowing what the right choice is for you. And I say that it is on more of in more of an internal way. It's not like there's been conflict around you, because you've been rebalancing yourself. We have the Strength card, the card of understanding the balance, understanding the difference between our ego and the pitfalls of the ego. We all need it in order to exist in this world, but let's face it, it can be a tricky, dicky one. So Strength card is really about a rebalancing, understanding aspects of your own, what has come into your conscious mind, understanding aspects that you weren't conscious of prior. So these cards are in what is in fact behind you. So I think leading up to this absolute wonderful incoming, receiving and outgoing, because I do feel that there's it's more than one person here involved in this for you lovely Taurus. Wow. So that's a big learning curve, isn't it? It's a big thing to have this understanding of the kind of understanding that we see in the Strength card, because we're taming our mind beast. Let's see where you're at. Beautiful Taurus, you are in motion and very strong. It's such a strong card, a collaborative card, a card about building foundations. I do think that this is it's kind of like having new footing, a new understanding of what you are really made of, and how you can work with others and see what can come from collaborative effort, because the three is all the threes are about understanding something, about understanding, and there's movement now, and it's come into this physical world around you. So it's pretty amazing. Let's just see. Wow, moving forward, I think you're all fired up and ready to go. I think this is going to be a wonderful next couple of months for you, Taurus. We get the Ace of Wands, the card, the gift, comes down from Keter. You turn this. You create form from this absolute stunning electrical life force of which it is. And you utilize your will to create form from this. This card, this particular ace, contains the tree of life within it, all levels of it. This is amazing. Amazing. So moving forward, you've got two aces here. The Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands. A bountiful gift of not only being able to receive love, but to express it also beyond the limitations of the ego. This is great. Let's just see. God, we've got the Magicians on the bottom of the card, the Magus. Oops, there he is. She or he. Woohoo! This is great. Now, what do we want to look at here? I think let's look at this central point where we have the Prince of Discs. Whoopsie. And yeah, look, you've done some work here. Because you've shone the light here. And with that, we get the star coming out as well. This is healing. This is healing. What it's allowed you, clearing the channel, shining the light, what it's allowed you, beautiful Taurus, is to get wheels in motion. And this includes other people. This 9 at the basis, the 9 of Discs, is a very independent card. It's not to say it's not a generous card, but it is more, it's just, well, me, myself, and I, you know, and it's a 9. Through this healing, we enter into rebuild. It's a rebuild. It's a new thing. It involves others. It may well involve, you know, in the romantic sense, you know, a lover. And what am I saying? I'm getting lost. It's actually a beautiful read. So you've shone the light, you've tamed your inner beast, you become a clear channel here. You're spurred on by this celestial, astrological climate, I do feel. That's beautiful in the central point. Let's have a wee look at the Ace of Wands, please. Moving forward, a gift. It's creative. It's really inspiring. It can be very sexual. Of course, it's life force in its rawest form, you know. Let's just get one card for that Ace of Wands. Beautiful. The beautiful fiery wand. Whoa. Ah, too many. Oh gosh, it's a big cluster. Just one, please. Sometimes you get quite excited and the cards become a little bit stubborn. Just one card, please. You know what? We get 2 coming out with this Ace. We get 2, and I'm saying we shuffle these cards really well between each read, right? Ace of Wands, moving forward. It is a gift that you are well and ready to take on because it's a new cycle. We get the 10 of Wands indicating, so from start to finish to start again. It could be, it's just what I'm getting. It could be that there's a newness about a existing situation, whether that's in love or the home, or it could be both. But there's a reinvention, a whole new cycle beginning, because we get this beautiful, oh God, excuse me, Four of Wands, you know, the happy home card. It's a beautiful homecoming card. But in order to enter into this gorgeous gateway with the double 11s, we need to get rid of this, and which is what you've done, I do believe here, by experiencing the 5 of Wands, whatever that was for you, overcoming that, and we see strength comes from that. You've made room in order to receive this and its bounty. Now, let's see. Can we get a little Brian Froud card, Pixie and Fairy, for this Ace? Ooh, Ace of Wands. Wow, yeah. Yeah, and again, mirroring. We get Geo the Slow. It is about having faith, actually, because you know that the sun's going to come up. You know, if you work away, slow release, that all of those gorgeous plants and vines, when the sun comes up every day and the rain comes down, we know we get results. This is a slow card, just as this is a slow release card. So if this has been a while coming, hold on, because it's here. All right. One more card. Journey map. So you've really had a test, but it's given you new perspectives, dear friends. And so what do we get? It's given you new perspectives, all right, because you've just elevated up through your own internal understandings, abilities to receive. When I say moved up, you've moved up your internal building through your mansion, of course. We get the key keeper, this gorgeous elder, allows you, gives you these keys. She's like the high priestess. She allows you in. She's got 7 keys, and they relate to each chakra point, each energy point in your body, the basic ones at least. She allows you in to new spaces. With that, we get the captain, who, I think I was talking about that in the general new moon and Taurus reading, that we're in this fluid environment at the moment, even though, you know, it's Taurus season and all of that. We get the captain, who is in his home because he exists within this pull of tide, within this moon power. He exists, and that is how he finds his way on his journey. The captain starts off, he is captain of his own ship, obviously. And he exists within tide and moon, and the rhythms by which that dictate our movement to a certain degree in the fluid realm. So you're really shifting up elements, Taurus. It could be quite appropriate for someone with a lot of water in their chart. But anyway, so I hope that was entertaining, or you got something out of that. Of course, these do not always resonate. That's just the way of the world. Let's just get a little Harlequin card just to end on. For beautiful Taurus. Let's just get a wee Harlequin. So thank you very much for all your likes, shares and subscribes. I appreciate it. Now, just one little card. These are just words. Can we just have one? Woo! Be honest. Pat yourself on the back. I think you've done quite a lot of hard work as we look back, you know, the last few months. Be honest. I think you are you not? I think we need to be in order to get this card coming in. We've been honest, which is the hardest person to be honest with is yourself. It's very confusing, isn't it? Thank you, beautiful Taurus. Have a wonderful week and enjoy this lovely new moon in your sign and plant your seeds. Ka kite.